Suddenly Not So Casual, Thursday, October 14, 2021. J Money's Money Shark and Sports. We come to you live. I just got up from a nap. Believe it or not, we are this live. We're half asleep. J Money, what's going on this beautiful Thursday afternoon, my man?
Chilling, my guy. Chilling, man. Hey, chill out at the house. Just trying to cash some football plays tonight, man. I got money I gotta get back. Made some plays yesterday. I didn't cash them, so I'm trying to come back, trying to get some money back, man. I don't like when the bookie takes my money if it's only borrowing it. You dig what I'm saying? I'm coming back to get my shit and more. You putting some on top of that, but yeah, trying to cash tonight, my guy. How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. As I said, I just got up from a nap. A nap is a very underrated quality for the human being to engage in. But we want to really talk business here. This is the ultimate NFL split spot, public versus sharp. I mean, the public splits here are absolutely outrageous. I was looking at it before, which I rarely do, but I've been noting this because, Joe Public has been pretty scorching hot in sports betting recently. And this is baseball playoffs, scorching hot. This is NHL 5-0 chalk yesterday. This is college football, a lot of ranked teams covering short lines. This is NFL football, where a lot of the, quote, supposed better teams are covering blowout spots. And again, this is how it happens in sports betting. It clusters. Sharps will cluster too, and we're going to bounce back hard and harder than you guys have seen in a long time. And I looked at the splits for this game. I mean, we're talking 92 to 94% of wagers are on the Bucs here, and 88% of the money. This is basically just nobody on planet Earth betting the Bird Gang here tonight. And, of course, we love Bang Bang Bird Gang. I'm not from Philly, but I love their fight song. I think their fans, even though they're certifiable assholes, have some great fucking swagger about them. And I can get behind that. But, Jay, just a general comment. I'm trying to share this video. What do you think about that market split? I mean, it's absolutely outrageous. Would you not deny that?
So we starting off with the NFL game, man. We got the Bucs versus the Eagles here. And I'll tell you this right now, simply put, the way I've kind of been cashing with the NFL or just football in general is kind of going with a simple little, some things just simple. The line, when you see that 7 with all the money coming in on the Bucs, you got that 7 come down to the 6.5. That's scary, in my opinion. The fact that it's not even moving up to 7.5 is one thing, but the fact it come down to 6.5 at South Point, we're at Bookmaker, Heritage as well. These kind of some sharp books, in my opinion, man. Especially South Point in Vegas. I think that's very telling, man. It's Eagles or nothing for me tonight. A lot of reasons. Like I was telling my guy Shark before we went on here. So Tom Brady has a thumb injury. It's not 100% on his throwing hand. He's admittedly saying that pretty much all week, right? Another thing, the Philly, they hadn't covered so far at the house. They haven't won a home game. This is going to be their third home game. They trying to, they're going for the win. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Eagles stun these boys, man. The Bucs starting off 1-1. They can, at some point, kind of afford a loss here. Like I say, in this spot as well, the Bucs are 2-6 straight up and 1-7 against the spread in these Thursday night games, whereas the Eagles have gone 7-0 straight up and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 in these Thursday night spots, man. Y'all know me, man. I kind of like to go conspiracy, like to go against everybody. I like the Eagles here, man. Local, give me 7.5. I like it, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back to last year, the Bucs have not been particularly effective on the road. At the end of last year, they did blow out Detroit 47-7 in eventually what you could call the garbage time of the season. I believe it was week 16. They did blow out Carolina prior to that. But I think if you really want to go back to early season football last year, a really good corollary point was a primetime midweek game at the Chicago Bears. I believe that was still the Mitchell Trubisky Bears. Don't check me on that. And Tom Brady played, if not his worst game as a Buck, one of the worst 3 games he's played as a Buck, an outright loss. I think it's just a great corollary point. They were coming off a 38-31 home win against the Chargers. That was a non-cover. The Bucs really didn't get their ATS efficiency going last year at all. They were very inconsistent throughout the entire campaign. And you've seen it this year as well. They are 0-2 on the road ATS. Obviously, an outright loss, 34-24 to the Rams. Then, of course, a 19-17 non-cover to New England. When you do look at the Eagles here, the one small counterpoint I don't love to the Eagles is off of a week 1 outright win in Atlanta. They came home and they did not cover 17-11 against San Francisco. Of course, they do come in here off of a similar outright win at Carolina, same out of division NFC South opponent. Then you come home here in a short week. However, I do think when you look at what happened in those games for Philly at home. They were close, and it sounds a little ridiculous, but we do talk about dispersion towards a cover or non-cover. 17-11 on a 3.5 is very close. And the game against the Chiefs, 42-30, they were right there in the fourth quarter. And the Chiefs did what they do. We always cross-reference them with the 2015 Warriors. They say, all right. Now we got to score 2 quick touchdowns and just get this game out of reach. So I think what you're looking at there is, even though Philly's 0-2 ATS at home, both were not exactly non-representative efforts. They were right there. And when you look at the Bucs were not right there. They got absolutely demolished at the Rams. And at New England, they were nowhere near covering the spread. And now you come in here and you look what they did last week. They caught Jacoby Brissett and the boys, just a really unregulated roster group, and they just throttled them, right?
Man, the Dolphins trash this year, bro. They're trash this year, man.
Yeah,
Sorry to cut you off.
No, so I mean, again, we're just going through both environments for both sides. And then you ask yourself, why wouldn't you back the Eagles here? It seems to be showcasing an environment where the Bucs do not function particularly well ATS on the road, particularly early season, particularly off of home wins. And, another point that I was going to bring up that we were just talking about off the record, you ask yourself, why is Tom Brady so poor ATS in primetime games? He's 0-8 or 0-7 last 7 or 8. Why is that? That doesn't make sense, right? Something that I was just thinking about is, Tom Brady reinvented his lifestyle about 6, 7, 8 years ago. He really reinvented his diet, his sleep habits. He doesn't drink coffee. He drinks alcohol once a decade after he wins a Super Bowl with Gronkowski and the Tampa Bay Waters. The guy is like beyond healthy, if we're really being honest. But here's the key point. When he's used to waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, not drinking coffee, practicing at 9 or 10 in the morning, or playing a 1 o'clock game, it's really hard for him to play a game 14 hours after he wakes up. It's just not in his regular behavioral tendencies. So, again, I don't know, but I'm just speculating. I think that could be a reason why he doesn't perform particularly well in these primetime games. He just has crafted his actual lifestyle to not be super peaking at 8 o'clock at night. He's supposed to be peaking at 10 or 11 in the morning. And I think that could be a part.
It's kind of his bedtime, low key. Fuck,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Hey, you ready to go to sleep? Come on, nah. No, but real quick. So look, and you have points there, and there's a counterpoint, like you say. He could be looking at, I've been trashing these primetime games, and like I say, not covering doesn't mean not winning, right? They'd be perfectly fine coming in here winning by a field goal. They don't give a damn. Or up 10 backdoor cover. We've seen it all. Could it be some other shit going on with Brady not covering these primetime games where they know the whole public is betting him? You see what I'm saying? So why is he not covering these big spots? What's going on? But regardless of it, he could be looking at it and saying, hey, look, I want to cover in this one, or what I'm saying? Obviously, Eagles defense isn't the best in the world. They have some matchups to exploit in this game. If the Eagles look like they did, I kind of compare the Bucs like the Cowboys this year. You look at them very loaded on offense. Defense have some players, but shaky in some spots or whatever. Especially the Bucs have some injuries right now. Defensively, no Gronkowski out there in the middle of the field, so they can't come in here and play like that Cowboys game and get smacked by 20. They are at the house this game, though. They did just come off losing 3 straight games. That's why you see a representative effort out there in Carolina. They're 2-3 on the season. They have opportunity still to stay with the Cowboys right now. It's early season; anything can happen. And the way I look at it, Eagles tonight, touchdown, getting a touchdown at the house. This is, you got to come to play a must-win type of game. You still have time to save your season, in my opinion, at 2-3.
Yeah.
The Bucs 4-1, so a little bit of, fat and happy, in my opinion.
Yeah, and just another point, not going back to last year, but staying within this campaign. Both times the Bucs covered double-digit spreads. Of course, this is not double-digit, but it's hovering around a touchdown, going a little north of that in some books and whatever. But they were both at home. They blew out the Falcons at home at a 1 o'clock number, and they blew out the Dolphins at home at a 1 o'clock time, right? So it's going back to what I was saying about when Tom Brady functions well at home, when he's comfortable, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's beautiful in Tampa Bay, and this is the polar opposite. It's fucking Philly. It's ratchet shit. It's going down. It's going to be loud. He doesn't eat tomatoes. They're going to throw tomatoes at his ass. It's going to be the worst environment for him to play. And you go back to, what you're saying about Philly here. Philly, again, with the two representative home games they didn't cover, they should come up in their dispersion. I don't think that the Bucs are showing you any sign of covering here. And again, looking at why they covered those home games, I think it's just home games against bad teams. That's it. They didn't cover against Dallas in week 1. They didn't cover against the Pats, and they also didn't cover against the Rams. So again, we talk about this in the NBA all the time, different opponent types and reasoning points. There's no real reason to look at the previous games and expect the Bucs to cover here in this particular environment tonight.
Yeah, and other than really Prescott in week 1, and he's not really being mobile like that right now, obviously not trying to take a bunch of hits. They hadn't really faced a mobile quarterback that could really just pull it out the pocket and go for a 20-yard run as well. So they got some weapons over there. Philly, like I say, locals giving me 7.5. I'll put something on it. I don't mind. I'll put something on it. I like it.
Yeah.
Go against anytime I can really just like go against everybody, some shit that I like or feel some shit. You know what I'm saying? That might happen. I'll go with it. And last thing, if I took a little shot with the Dolphins last week, then I had to take one here with the Eagles at the house. And the Dolphins have shown me they're not. They may be like the Dolphins when they were like bet against every week. It might be that type share. Well, I hear two might be close comeback, but still, I don't know. They're not looking so good this year to me. Even their defense. That's a whole nother conversation, though.
That's again just the classic environment which we always talk about in all sports. When you have a good idea, don't throw the idea out just because it didn't work once.
Right.
And going straight back to the source oftentimes is the right thing. I mean, I'll give you an example of something where I didn't trust my own thing. And one, just a snapshot to betting in general or in just human life in general is trusting your own intuition and trusting yourself if you're good at something. First of all, knowing if you're good at something. And if you're not, just stop. But if you're good at something, trust yourself. Like I faded Pittsburgh in week 1. And I took the Bills, right? I had this correct idea. I said it on record here. I said it on Chugging Waters Nation on Twitter. And I said, the Bills are going to continue their blowout tour. And Pittsburgh, off of the massive 11-0 straight-up campaign last year, is going to clip that. I said that. And week 1, it didn't happen, right? It went the polar opposite direction. And I went away from it. And the minute I went away from it, Buffalo started covering every game. And Pittsburgh stopped covering up until last week and the week before. But the point is, again, if you're good at something, it's a key point in life. There's a lot of people in life, particularly gambling Twitter, that are not good at gambling, but are gambling. If you are good at what you're doing, stay the course with your action and trust yourself. It usually will come back to it. And again, Jay, you faded the Bucs last week incorrectly, which would probably suggest that you're onto something good, that this would be the week that you're probably going to reap the benefits of it.
Exactly, man. I'm putting some on it. I'm gonna put a little something on the Eagles. They're giving me plus 7.5, so I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put a little something on there. Just a public book, and they like to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody take it. It might go to 8. Yeah, I mean, they're all on the Bucs. You see what I'm saying? It happens. They could win by 3, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm looking at the sports books guys. They saying, oh, they sitting there wearing Philly memorabilia stuff. They don't even want the Bucs to cover teasers. They would just like Philly outright. They would absolutely love that. The bookies would. So. But let's talk about some college football, my guy, before we get out of here. Yeah, I like the Eagles tonight, though. But let's talk about some college football. What we liking? What's the top plays, my brother?
I just want to give a shout out to the chat. We're coming back here October 19th. I think we're coming out here Monday afternoon. We're going to do just a little prep, little chat. Nothing super official, but I see you guys. Akbar, my man. Personal vendetta versus the Eagles. No, I don't. I love Philly, man. Philly's a great town. I love the passion of New York, of the northeastern towns. I think people in the Northeast have a unique energy, and I certainly appreciate it. I'm from New York. I respect anybody that grinds in a big city. There's not a lot of space, hyper competition. It's a great environment to work and strive in your life. Prags, that is not vodka. That is water. Pierce the weather. Steak and blunts. I see you.
Hey, Sharp, I can't see him on Twitter, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like when we're live on Twitter right now, but on StreamYard,
this is the StreamYard chat. I can see the StreamYard. You can't see the StreamYard chat?
I can see that. I can only see YouTube come. Oh, so you're not reading off Twitter?
No, I got the StreamYard chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see those coming. I'm on the chat, but we can't see the Twitter chat. We can't see the Twitter comments, bro.
Yeah.
Like we have to look on. We have to look on there.
Twitter. No, I'm not in there, but no, I got the No, the StreamYard chat. All the dudes in the StreamYard
Yeah,
chat.
no, I got you. I can dig it, my guy.
Rory
But yeah,
Hearn,
now what
see you.
they want to talk about preseason. Man, look, bro, I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't even suggest betting on this preseason tonight. I'll be honest with you. I'll just real quick, I'll give you some leans, but just for the people, I know y'all do it. Like, I'm not betting on the Lakers, man. Obviously, they don't want to go winless in the preseason, but I can't bet them. The Kings actually been taking it serious. You got the Kings that's undefeated in the preseason, and the Lakers. I'm surprised they're not dogs, though. I will tell you that is pretty fishy. I'm staying away from it, my guys. Maybe look towards the under, but I'm not betting that game. I did want to bet the Thunder. I'm still waiting to see who they're gonna play. The Thunder already beat the Nuggets yesterday, even with all their guys. Nuggets had a dress rehearsal. They still lost to the Nuggets. I mean, the Thunder. I lean Thunder, but I hadn't bet it yet. Still, Porter, Jokic, and Morris are still questionable. They'll win nothing on the Nets. The Nets have not been taking the preseason serious, guys. I would not. There's no way I'm laying 8 with them. They probably smack them today, but there's no way I'm laying it with them, my guy. They don't care about the preseason. Timberwolves do. And I told y'all yesterday that the Hawks probably gonna be a good look. I'm not laying the double digits with them, but the Hawks, this is a revenge game from getting blown out versus the Heat. Heat sitting their top 9 guys. The young guys are still going to ball and want to show something, but the Hawks, they are using this as a dress rehearsal. That's why they're -11 in this game. So, but like I say, I'm not playing a single preseason game. I'm not playing any tomorrow either. Rest of the regular season. I strong look the Thunder, but I'm staying off of it. Thunder, Hawks, maybe under Lakers, Kings. I'm off of it, my guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Sharp.
just looking at the lines. I mean, I haven't been following the preseason at all. I just don't count the preseason in any sport. Just my thing. But I mean, obviously, Atlanta laying 11 points to the Heat is a ridiculous line. Strong. It would be a strong number.
They're supposed to smack them.
Yeah. I would lean Kings. I mean, obviously, the Lakers are 0-5 straight up here. It's just a disaster. And that's going to continue into the regular season, too. We're going to make some good money fading the Lakers. Denver,
they do not. The Lakers do not look good right now. It's just preseason, but they don't look good, guys. They don't. And they have injuries as well.
But anyway, let's talk the college football game here.
Let's do it.
Official play, my only official play of the day. I might sprinkle Philly. We've talked ourselves into it a little bit, but I'm not putting it on record officially.
I talked myself into it.
I'm not going to put it on the record officially because, at the last minute, it's not what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm centered on University of Southern Alabama, -3. Really interesting spot here to just an environmental shift in the ATS efficiency for both of these teams. When you look what's going on here, first thing I will say on this, conference line reads matter a lot. Last year, Georgia Southern laid 6.5 points at home and did win the game 24-17, so they covered by a hook. This opens up at -3 the other way. It's 9.5. It should move 3.5. It's showing massive strength. And Georgia Southern last year, along with Georgia State, the two Georgias in the Sun Belt, were very classy within the Sun Belt. Obviously, Coastal Carolina top, but these are classy teams. They have dropped off this year. They lost some guys. They're just not as good. And you look at what's going on here with the University of Southern Alabama. They come in here having lost 3 straight games outright, and they're coming off of an outright loss as a favorite at Texas State last week in quadruple overtime, which was definitely a bit of a look-ahead sandwich spot. They had just covered a game 20-18 against Louisiana Lafayette. Of course, that's just Louisiana now. 20-18 2 weeks ago, and then they went on the road at Texas State. Texas State is just perpetually a dead zone spot in the Sun Belt. They're not great. They're scrappy. They cover a lot of spreads at home. So now you come back here in a short week off an outright loss as a favorite in quadruple overtime, and you get this revenge game on this great number. And you do look at what's going on with Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern has covered 3 straight games. They're 3-0 ATS in the conference. 2 weeks ago, they did blow out Arkansas State, and then they went into Troy 4 days ago, or whatever it was on Saturday, and covered a -5.5. They lost by 3, so a really short one. And they backdoored the fuck out of it. It was 21-, I believe, 8 or 9 or 10 in the second half. Big backdoor there. I think they're not going to be able to sustain it. I think they're a little bit too hot in conference, and I think ultimately Southern Alabama here in a revenge game on a great number is really the best look on the whole board for me tonight. So USA, not the country, University of Southern Alabama, -3, top play.
My guy couldn't wait to say. My guy couldn't wait to say that, man. Nah, I can dig it. I hope you cash it, bro. I bet against Georgia Southern, I think twice this year, and they both times it's like, bro, who the fuck are these motherfuckers, man? But nah, in all honesty, like I don't like them. I hope South Alabama smacks them boys, man. It's a real fishy game I'm looking at this week in college football, guys, and like when shit is too good to be true, you usually don't want to take it. But I know I've seen Northwestern play a few times this year, guys, and these motherfuckers have taken a huge step back. I know they have a good coach and all that. He's good in the road and the home dog, all this. They open as favorites. I don't see a scenario where the Rutgers don't win this game by at least a touchdown, man. Like, I'm dead serious. I already bet Rutgers money line and -2, and like I gotta see like late injury report or something, if some late info come in, but I like Rutgers. I think that's the best play in college football. Just like regardless, just in my opinion, that was what popped out to me. Just looking at everything. I know Rutgers, they're not like the best team, but they're solid. You see what I'm saying? I think this is a nice spot for them. And on the other, I think it's a bet against with Rutgers. Like each year, they're getting better and better. You see what I'm saying? Each year, you could tell in certain games. They lost 3 straight games. This is an absolute must-win for Rutgers here. Northwestern, they're coming off a bye. That's the only thing they have in their favor, in my opinion. Like, they got smacked. Nebraska was laying 2 touchdowns versus them, smacked them 56-7. And I knew Nebraska was because Northwestern's a doormat this season. But
yeah, no, and it started off in the very beginning, week 1. Michigan State started this unexpected upward movement. They went into Northwestern and handled them, and the books had it misgraded.
I bet I was on Michigan State all over this shit.
And the books had it misgraded. Michigan State was not favored by nearly as many points as they should have been. And Michigan State obviously has been cleaning house within the Big Ten. I mean, you saw it last week. I think a lot of people had Rutgers on a sharp side there, and Rutgers just purely did not compete. They had 3 long touchdowns against, which is, again, a bit of an outlier. But I think it's a good bounce back spot for Rutgers as well. A fairly insulting home loss last week.
They just played Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State. 3 straight games.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't understand the love versus Michigan State as good as they've been playing this year, but they're supposed to lose versus Ohio State. And they played Michigan pretty damn good, 13-20. They played them really tight. They went down to the wire. I was keeping track of that game because I wanted to see. Those are to see how good Rutgers is. I kind of love Rutgers this Saturday, guys. Like I said, I already bet it, and hey, that is what it is. -2, -130. I'm on Rutgers, so let's see what happens. I like it. I'll be wearing red on Saturday. I can tell you that, my guys. That's my top look of
a couple spots. And guys in the chat, tune in tomorrow night, Friday, 9:00. Shark in the Gun. 20 minutes, the fastest paced college football content you will find on the internet. I promise you. We're dropping our top 12 plays. I'm going to give you guys a slight teaser to a couple things I'm looking at here. Of course, Jay with the Rutgers side. I might be on that too. But I do think I'm only stealing plays. Yeah,
I like this spot. I don't give a damn who's on it. Let's cash it, bro. I like this spot. I like making plays. No public Joe type shit. I like making plays that I'm surprised if I lose, like type shit. Like that's the type of plays I like. It's not necessarily Eagles tonight. Like I wouldn't be surprised they were lost, but I'm Rutgers. I don't see them not 4 straight to Northwestern. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if you looked at this one, but obviously Texas A&M just beat Alabama last week. Now they have to go on the road.
Rush the field. Who they play? I didn't look at it, but I do know I fade the teams after that type of win. And when the crowd is rushing the field and you're getting whacked off and sucked off by everybody all week. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let down City.
At Missouri, -9. I think that's a huge letdown spot, obviously.
Missouri is so fucking trash. All right, so letdown spot. I'm not betting Texas A&M, but like I don't know if I could trust Missouri there. Like I don't know. In theory, it's the spot, and like that's the only thing I can look. I could tell you that right now.
Yeah,
I worry about Missouri though.
And I think one that you would probably agree with. Stanford laying 1.5 points at Washington State. Stanford is in a revenge game. They just got blown out last week. Stanford plays in and out of the box. They play well, then they play poorly. We've had them correctly 3 out of 4 weeks. I see them well. And Wazoo last week backdoored me on Oregon State take. I do know Wazoo generally pretty well as well. That was a 1-possession game. It was tied in the 4th quarter. It could have gone either way. I think Stanford comes in here on a nice little line, -1.5 revenge game. They got blown out by 27 points the last time these teams played, and they come in off a blowout themselves. And Wazoo's too hot, 2 straight wins, 2 straight covers. I think Stanford is really a top-graded look here.
I like it, bro. I can't talk you off. I'm gonna have to look deeper into that one. Like I said, I need to see what's up with Mizzou. Another one I was looking at that. I mean, it's a bit of a head scratcher to be honest with you. BYU plus six and a half versus Baylor. I know everybody's high on Baylor. I'm not so high. They've been really good on both sides of the ball. BYU now coming off their loss. That's what the teams like that do. It's just like Boise State the week before that. They lost, right? Then they come bounce back versus BYU. Now BYU lost, right? Now they're likely going to come and bounce back versus Baylor. I'm like, damn, is the quarterback out? Is Hall out? What's up with the line? Open at 4.5 up to 6. Like I said, I got to look super deep. I hadn't bet it yet, but it's just one that I'm keeping an eye on because the spread keeps going up. So that's one I'm definitely going to be diving into. What's today? Thursday, tomorrow, Friday is when that's when most of the info is out for college football. I only bet Rutgers because it's just like I know I like that one, but I think BYU's going to cash. Like, I'm sorry, that Baylor's starting to get a little bit too much love. It is kind of fishy though that BYU's ranked, right, and they're the underdog with that much versus Baylor. But I do think this is one, even if it is public, I think BYU takes care of business in this one. But
Yeah,
I don't like it as much as Rutgers.
yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely some merge points there for either side, but I do think Baylor catching an out of conference game here in the middle of Big 12 season,
Right.
really a letdown emotional spot. And Baylor's been hot too. I mean, obviously BYU was really hot. We faded them correctly last week. We had Boise State. I mean, that was a cleanup spot on the road. But I do think I do think again, we always talk about this, were they too hot, where they don't necessarily bounce back to like a 90% cover rate. A couple in a row would bring them back down to their normal average. But I definitely don't mind fading Baylor in the out of conference random game in week 7 in the middle of the Big 12 calendar.
And look, I think so they'll have a bye and then they'll have Texas on deck as well. So I mean, and when I look at it like this, I'm not sure why everyone was on West Virginia last week. Everyone was betting West Virginia. The line was at Baylor -3, went down to 2.5, which was huge with all the money on Baylor, closed at -1 for Baylor. So if they were disrespecting them, or if the markets were high on West Virginia, they were supposed to come in there and win this game. BYU is much better than West Virginia. That's my simple cap on it. And I think it's too many points. Even if Baylor does win by a field goal, I think BYU wins though, man. But I'm gonna definitely look deeper into that one. But I'm pretty sure I got to put a little something on it just because I think it's a winnable game for the underdog. It's a bounce back spot. But yeah, that's the two best looks for me, man. But for sure, Rutgers money line at -2. We finna get out of here, Shark. Recap them with your plays, with your top piece for tonight at college football. Good looks. Then we'll get up out of here, my guy.
Well, I'll reshare it since we're live on Twitter now and YouTube. We're multi-platforming going to the NBA season. Of course, October 19th, it goes down. We can't wait to do it. It's going to be every day. I mean, we might be off one day a week here and there, but we're getting ready. 6.5 months, NBA regular season. I mean, dude, I can feel the energy building as we speak about this, and I'm excited to do it. As we said before, but this is the first season since the fall of 2018, crazily enough, where we're going to finally get a real campaign. Of course, 2 years ago, we weren't expecting the Rudy Gobert microphone fiasco and the whole thing. But finally, I think we're getting to a position where we're going to see the correct scheduling and we can really cap it the way we want to. I was looking at hockey last night and somebody was like, oh, we got a road back-to-back. And I was like, I love the sound of a road back-to-back. And we're ready to do it. But without wasting any more time, University of Southern Alabama -3. For all the aforementioned reasons. And I do think the sharp lean here would be the Philadelphia Eagles tonight at +7. Nothing official from me there. I might sprinkle personally. And Jay Money, close them out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We always trying to cash every single day. Everybody's going to take some losses, but you got to bounce back and win more than you lose. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what we try and do. Yeah, I am going to sprinkle on some. I'll be perfectly honest with you. My local's giving me Eagles +7.5, so I'm going to sprinkle on it. I'm not playing the college football tonight. I did bet Rutgers though versus Northwestern -2 and money line -130. That's what I'm on. I'm trying to cash every single fucking play. I'm not going to mention anything that I don't absolutely love. You dig what I'm saying? So that's those are plays. Can't wait to start back NBA, man. I'm already looking at stuff. The opening day, October 19th, October 20th, October 21st. We got to be locked in, man. This is what we do. This is where we get our money. You see what I'm saying? It's back to work. You dig it? Every single day, y'all know 7 days a week, man. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, retweet. If you're watching on Twitter, man, the least you could do is retweet, man. We're not asking for no money, anything. We're giving out free plays. We're working hard, you know what I'm saying, for ourselves, but for you guys as well. Least you can do is hit the like button and retweet to show some appreciation, you know what I'm saying, and tell us, hey, we'd like you guys to keep putting out this content. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. As always, it's Cash. It's us against the bookies. Let's fucking go, my guys. We out.